Guzzle that. My mouth's as dry as desert bones.
There's no point starving.
Yeah, my belly was grumbling in that court yesterday.
Sorry, why don't you try saying that again when you've swallowed? Like that. I feel like it's yeah.
Right. You fit?
As we'll ever be.
Ready, Mum? Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good. Because I need you today. I really need you.
I know you do.
Not often a grown-up girl can say that to her mother and really mean it, eh?
So you were convinced Miss Barlow was in imminent danger?
Defo, yeah.
And what was Mr. Stubbs doing before Miss Barlow struck him?
Well, we were gonna kill her. She'd be dead meat now. It'd be him stood up there instead of her.
Thank you. No more questions, Your Ladyship.
Something that puzzles the prosecution, and I'm sure members of the jury too, is your behaviour. After you'd witnessed this horrific, violent act.
Is that a question?
What did you do after you'd seen Mr. Stubbs being clubbed to death?
Well, I were in shock.
What did you do?
I went out into the street and saw the police and ambulance arriving and that.
And were your mother and sister Sarah in the street at that time?
You know the one?
And yet you failed to mention to either of them, or show any sign whatsoever that you had witnessed this traumatic event moments before.
Yeah, well, I'm very good at covering up unpleasant emotion.
So it seems. So good that you didn't tell anyone what you'd seen for 2 weeks. No one. As if you hadn't seen anything at all.
All right, I was scared.
Of a dead man?
He tried to drown me.
You don't seem scared now.
Well, I'm not.
Why not?
Well, what's there to be scared of? All I'm doing is just standing here and telling everybody what I saw.
You were so frightened of this man that you didn't speak until he'd been dead for 2 weeks. And yet you could stand, peeping through his window.
Well, it was dark. And I don't know, I figured that he's more likely to see me if I'd have moved about.
So, Mr. Stubbs picked up a knife.
That's right.
And then he went towards Miss Barlow in the living area.
We've done all this?
And we're doing it again. How was he holding the knife? Could you demonstrate? His right hand?
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive.
Then what happened?
He approached the defendant with malicious intent.
This is a murder trial, Mr. Platt. Please avoid sarcasm and treat the court with respect, or you'll find yourself in serious trouble.
What happened next?
Charlie flicked out his knife, cutting Tracy's hand.
Her left hand?
Yeah.
Holding the knife in his right hand?
Yeah.
You sure?
Look, I'm positive. And she looked at her hand, and then that's when he cut the back of it. And then he shouted, "I'm gonna kill you."
And you heard all this above the music?
Oh, well, Tracy turned the music down then.
When?
When he was coming at her.
So she found time to turn the music down when a man was coming at her with a knife.
Well,
that doesn't make sense.
That's what she did.
Go on.
And Charlie pulled back the knife, and Tracy grabbed the statue thingy and smacked him.
Demonstrate what he did. Mr. Stubbs was left-handed. When his body was found, he was holding the knife in his left hand. The other way round, in a stabbing motion.
It all happened so quick, maybe I got the hands muddled up.
You were positive a moment ago. Are you positive?
No.
No, you're not positive. Because you made it up. None of your evidence is supported by forensic testimony, but it is the same as Miss Barlow's. You didn't see the incident at all, did you?
I did. I did.
No further questions, Your Ladyship.
How did I look?
Cocky and deceitful. Have I missed anything? What's the hold-up?
Where's Deirdre?
I can't find her. They don't know where she is.
She was here. I came with her.
She's very nervy.
What?
She's left the building.
Psst. Jane. Jane.
If she doesn't turn up, then we continue the defense without her.
But she's my mum. I need her. Can't we ask for a recess?
Adjournment. Look, she might turn up yet.
Go find her and tell her to get on that stand. She owes me this.
There's no point sugarcoating. That went about as badly as it could have done.
All right, steady on, Blanche. Yes, it didn't run as smoothly as we would have liked. But there's a lot more evidence than that, you know.
Exactly. It wasn't as planned, but I don't think it was a disaster.
No, I were expecting the judge to put a black hanky on her head.
Blanche. As if Deirdre isn't feeling bad enough already.
You still here, then?
We're waiting for you.
I don't need you now, ma'am. I needed you in the witness box.
I'm sorry.
Really stepped up the mark, didn't you? I mean, it's not good enough that you had a little word with my lawyer. You've stuffed my case! They think I did it. I'm going to be found guilty. I am going to rot in jail, and I'm going to miss my daughter growing up, and for what? For Charlie Stubbs, that pig. I asked you to do one thing for me, one thing. You know, if I get sent down for this, this is going to be your fault. Your fault. Thanks a lot.